Hey, y'all, Pastor Ramel here with a midweek sermon recap. And if you were here with us this past Sunday, you were treated to a sermon on kindness. We're going through 1 Corinthians 13. Love is kind. And we talked about three things. What is kindness? Well, kindness starts with this attitude of the heart that we are for someone, for this other person. We're not against them, right? And it doesn't just stay an attitude of the heart. It actually starts to show up in our body language. It starts to show up in our words, or sometimes not using words, like just stand silent. Sometimes that's the kindest thing to do. And then it shows up in our deeds as well, all kinds of things that we do to show other people that we are for them. We're on their side. We want good for them. But we also talked about what gets in the way of that. Why are we so held back? What is it that keeps us from being kind? And the reality is that we learn in this world that if we are not for us, no one else will be. That's what the world tells us. And so we have to look out for ourselves. That's what we got to do. And so it's hard to look out for others. It's hard to be for other people around us if we have to be for ourselves. Right? And there are lots of life experiences that teach us that we got to look out for ourselves and not be for other people. And so it's hard to be for others if you feel like you're empty. And so what's the way to grow in kindness? Well, we need to remember that there is someone for us in a really big way. Someone that's way better than us, more capable than us, more powerful, more loving, more wise as to the things that actually do help us, things that really are for us, not just things that we think are for us. And of course, that's God. If God is for us, who can be against us? If he did not withhold his own son, how will he not graciously give us all things, right? God is for us. He is always for us. He has shown us that he is for us in his son Jesus, who he did not withhold from us in order to rescue us from ourselves, from a situation that we put ourselves in. God gave his son to suffer the consequences. Jesus came into this train wreck of a world. He went to the cross. He experienced hell as God made him to be sin, who knew no sin, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. And of course, even though Jesus laid in a tomb, dead and buried, God was still for Jesus. God was for him. He raised him from the dead. He brought him back to life. He said, no, 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 he does not deserve to lay in a grave forever. And so he brought him back to life. He showed us that even when we are going through difficulties, God is still for us. He's still working for us. He's working towards something beautiful, amazing, and glorious, a victory that we can't even begin to imagine. And so, if that is the God who is for us, who has won forgiveness for all of our sins, who has won a victory over sin, death, and the devil, can we not then be for others? If God has been so kind to us, can we not be kind to the people he places around us? How's it going? We talked about trying to get a number of different things into our daily routine, or maybe if we can't get to it daily, at least thinking about it for a week, right? Is there somebody that we can plan an act of kindness for? Is there an opportunity to be prepared for an unplanned act of kindness? Are there people that we know that we can add to our week and be kind to them? Maybe people we don't know. Are there people that we like, that we're friendly with, that we have a good relationship with, that we can be kind to? Sometimes that's the most important, right? Those are people we see every day. We take them for granted. Are there people that have not been kind to us that we can be kind to? That, that's where the real power lies, because we were not kind at all to God. We were his enemies, the Bible said. And yet God sent his son into this world to do the greatest act of kindness the world has ever seen, So I encourage you to find some people today to plan this for your regular schedule each and every day, every week, to find people that you know, that you don't know, that you like, that you don't like. Show them kindness. And I think when we do that, when we make a daily habit out of this, a spiritual practice out of this, the same way that we read our Bibles and pray and go to church, if we can do that, that will change the world. God bless you. Hope to catch up with you real soon. Looking forward to going through the rest of 1 Corinthians 13 with you. Bye-bye.